So hello everybody, my name's Rachel Green and I'm here cooking on my Everhot, and I'm going to do you a Greek Easter lamb shoulder, slowly cooked. And we're just going to marinate it, and we're going to put all the vegetables around it, and we're going to literally slam it in the oven. And we're going to put it on the bottom shelf of the Everhot, in the bottom oven, round about 180, maybe slightly less if you want to cook it for longer. I'm going to cook it for around about 3 or 4 hours. It depends really on your weight of your lamb. So this is a wonderful British lamb shoulder. It's got most of the bone out apart from the shank end. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take some garlic. I've cut it in half because I want to put half the garlic in with it because it's really pretty and it looks great on the plate when you put it on the serving dish. And then I'm just going to literally put in the garlic, the other half. I'm going to leave the skins on. I'm not even going to peel them. This is so quick and simple to do, which is kind of what you want, particularly when you're busy at a festive time like Easter. So I'm going to put a bit of oil in here, a bit of olive oil, and then we're also going to put in some grated lemon rind, and we're also going to put in just shake that in. We want plenty of olive oil in it. And this is a lovely extra virgin olive oil. We're going to put in some salt into there and a bit of pepper. We've got some dried oregano or oregano, whatever you call it. I actually like fresh, but mine isn't up yet in the garden. So a couple of spoonfuls of that. And we've got a cinnamon stick, very much what they use in Greek cooking, and some fresh bay leaves. You can use dried ones if you like. We're going to give them a bit of a bash in the pestle and mortar. If you don't have a pestle and mortar, you can just use a rolling pin and a bowl. It's not difficult. And then some lemon. We're going to put some lemon in here. So again, it's the zest of the lemon. We're just taking off that, and a really lovely pungent smell of the lemon. Again, goes so well with the richness of the lamb, the greasiness of the lamb. And lamb is sort of synonymous with Easter, really. So let's just do that. Getting off just the rind, not the white bit, because that's too bitter. So scrape off the back like that, and then just give it a bit of a bash, and you're bruising all the herbs and the spices, just releasing the flavours, and that's all you need to do. And this is the marinade, very simply, for the lamb. And then we're going to take the lamb, and we're going to just make about 8 or 10 cuts in it like that. Don't forget to marinate it underneath as well. Just get your hands, and we're going to rub this marinade all over, just tucking a bit into those slits. You get a bit of garlic in there if you want, but generally we'll just slip some bits of garlic in there. Just get it all out. Just really delicious. All the salt as well. Probably going to rub a little bit more salt on. I'll put it on this piece of foil because I'm going to use that later, so we're not wasting it. Just right in the corners, underneath. Put a bit underneath as well. That's cool. And just give it a good rub all over. Tucking it into those slits you've made. And there we go. Beautiful spring shoulder of lamb. And I've pre-cut some veg. I've got potatoes just cut into wedges. I've got some tomato, again chunks, and it'll all kind of mush up, but just create these wonderful flavours. So before I put the lamb in, I've made this sort of nest of baking parchment because I want to keep it nice and moist. So I'm going to put in my potatoes. This is great because you don't have to do extra potatoes if you don't want to. Your tomatoes, it sort of creates a gravy as well. I've got 2 red peppers and 2 onions as well. Get peeled and cut into wedges. So that's quite a big wedge, just break that up slightly. And there we go. That's all you're going to do with that. And again, you're going to tip a little bit more oil on there. It seems quite a lot of oil, but it adds to the flavour. That's the whole point of it. So just make sure that you get your veg well covered as well. And we're going to tip a bit more oregano on there, and a bit more salt, and a bit more pepper. There we go. And I am going to tuck my other garlic bit, just sort of there, so we can put it underneath the lamb. We're going to lift the shoulder onto the veg, like that. That is looking amazing. And then the last and final thing is I've got a bit of lamb stock, but it could be a little bit of chicken if you want, chicken stock or even veg stock, but just a nice little bit of stock. I've just used a stock cube or a stock pot, and that again just keeps it nice and moist. And then we're going to seal it up, quite rough and ready. Don't have to be too much. You're making like a parcel, that, and then we're going to put this piece of foil over that we've used already. We might just have to get a little tiny bit more. I'm just going to just make sure that it's well sealed, like that. And that is literally all you do. You don't need to look at it very often. I probably look at it halfway during the cooking process. And at the end, I'll probably squirt the rest of that lemon over it so I don't waste it. And that's nice and tight, and it has that extra protection on with the baking parchment too. And that, just grab my cloth to wipe my hands, and I'm just going to put this in the oven, and that's it. We're going to put it on the bottom shelf, and my oven's set at 180, so in goes the lamb. This is really lovely and heavy. In it goes, and that's it. And you can just forget about it. And that's the great thing about the Everhot, is the fact it's indirect heat, it's radiant heat, and it'll keep your roast nice and moist. So 3 hours time, we'll be getting it out. We're going to sprinkle feta cheese on the top, maybe tip the juices off and reduce them slightly depending on what's left. But you've got the most beautiful Easter Greek lamb. My Greek shoulder of lamb that we've done, I've put it into the bottom oven. I did it at about 180, been well sealed up, and we've looked at it periodically, and I've basted it a little bit. It's looking absolutely delicious, so I'm going to get it out the oven. It's all right, you can actually, it's cooked enough just to even pull it. So I'm going to take it out and I'm going to show you, and I think you're going to really like the results. You need to get it out with 2 hands. Completely delicious, all in one as well, which is really good. So you've got your potatoes there and everything. All you've got to do, I personally would do a Greek salad with it. That's what I would serve with it. So let's have a little look. Proof is in the pudding and all that. So yeah, look at that. Smells in here absolutely delicious. And your Everhot has done all the work for this. So here's the shoulder of lamb. Let it rest a little bit. We're going to take it out. We've got this nice board, a lovely board here. You could have a serving platter, whatever. You could pull it before you brought it to the table. You can do anything you like, but I think actually people would, oh, it's hot. Lovely to see that. There we go, look at that. Delicious. And then you've got all these vegetables that have got all the juices of the meat in. So the potatoes, the roasted peppers, the red onion. I'm actually just going to crumble a little tiny bit of feta on top. We are massive feta people in our family. So, and that just gives it that slight kind of fermented, slight acidy taste against the sweetness of the lamb. It's just really, really nice. If you don't like feta, I've sometimes used goat's cheese as well, but this is really lovely and obviously typically Greek. And really, all I've got to say to you is happy Easter and happy cooking on your Everhot.